Energy. With 35 million people and 28 million cars, Californians expect it to be there when we want it, even if we aren't sure where it comes from.
It's sort of amorphous, you know, you turn on the lights and the power is there.
But the energy system in California is undergoing a transformation, and where our energy comes from will look very different in the future.
It's going to be a cleaner system. People are going to get their energy needs met completely, but through different ways than we currently see.
What used to be called alternative energy is becoming mainstream, from solar innovation to fuel cells, and what's being called the holy grail of clean energy, biofuels for transportation.
Zero emissions, it's renewable, and it has as low a carbon impact on the climate as possible. That's clean energy.
Many are pinning their hopes on this big new trend, creating big opportunities for the region.
We think that it's an employment opportunity, it's a research opportunity, and it's certainly a way to save energy and cost and clean up the environment.
In the next half hour, we will look at some of the emerging new technologies in clean energy being developed right here in the Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys. And we'll meet some of the innovators hoping to establish this region as a leader in the business of clean energy. There's a power shift taking place in California, a change in how we think about energy, how it's produced, and the opportunities it provides.
As a state, we're very sensitive to the issues of energy, and as energy costs and energy volatility increases, you won't find a place that's more receptive to fixing the energy problem.
Fixing the energy problem means that what has long made environmental sense is beginning to make economic sense as well. Investment in clean energy technologies, including wind, solar, biofuels, and fuel cells, are expected to quadruple in the coming decade.
People are asking, isn't there something else out there that's better? And can it also be cleaner at the same time? Those are big changes.
What has caused the shift? Concerns over global warming and a dangerous dependence on foreign oil top the list, as well as all-time high oil prices. Add to that advances in clean energy technologies and expanded government mandates to encourage their development and use. And you begin to see the future of energy transform. California leads the way with aggressive state standards on renewable energy.
By 2010, 20% of retail electric sales will come from renewable sources. That's a lot of economic activity.
Cities across the state and the country are vying to put themselves on the map as clean energy centers. Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys . If there is one renewable but underutilized resource in this state, it is organic waste.
California is a biomass gold mine with tremendous resources found in our agriculture, forestry, and our urban waste. This has the potential to power 3 million homes or 2 million cars.
Biomass is already being used to create power. Agriculture and wood waste are incinerated to generate electricity. And manure from California's 2 million cows provides methane gas that is being captured and converted to energy. The dual benefit of using organic waste is that you not only create energy and get rid of the waste, you also eliminate the greenhouse gases that these materials naturally put off as they decompose. Still, only a fraction of the biomass available is being used.
There's so much organic waste still being buried in California landfills. The composting operations are at their limit. They can't take any more. We're still burying enough green waste to produce about 1.3 million gallons a day of fuel.
Dave Konwinski and his business partner and UC Davis scientist Dr. Raeyong Zhang have a technology they say can change that.
See how long it'll hold, but
for 8 years they have been working together to develop and market Dr. Zhang's patented technology in what is called an anaerobic digester. These tanks essentially act as giant composters that can break down all types of organic waste, from food scraps to green waste, and turn it into energy.
What this technology, or what my research is about, is to create value out of these materials, these waste materials, so that we can utilize them instead of dispose of them as waste.
The decomposition process creates clean biogases that are captured in these pipes and can be used to create electricity, replace natural gas, even be blended into vehicle fuels. What's more, this entire system is portable, intended to be used on-site for potential commercial users such as food processing plants or landfills and waste transfer stations.
So it's built right at their operation. And then the energy that's produced is cleaned up, and the biogas is then used to offset their natural gas use. And so now they're not buying natural gas off the pipeline.
It's a technology that might never have made it out of the lab if the California Energy Commission hadn't put Zhang, the scientist, in touch with Konwinski, the businessman.
Working with the university, working with the professors, and being on the campus has really helped us validate it in the private sector industry. If I took this with my partners and built it in our backyard in Camarillo, we'd be nowhere near where we are today.
Where they are today is this full-scale demonstration plant funded in part by the California Energy Commission. They'll use it to market on-site power systems and ultimately determine if it can become a viable clean energy business in the Sacramento Valley. The future vision of our state's energy system depends on the success of these clean energy businesses. It will take all of these technologies to transform the way we produce and use energy. Ultimately, the goal is to reduce pollution and our dependence on fossil fuels. But clean energy also has the potential to transform the economic development picture of the Central Valley, providing a business niche the Valley can call its own.
There's no place yet that owns renewable and clean energy. And we think it's an opportunity for the San Joaquin Valley, in fact the entire Great Valley, to position itself as a center for these new technologies.